I'm Thomas Crapper. I was born in 2003 in Hereford. Grew up with four sisters. Yeah, I know they are annoying. Um, anyway, when I was 2 years old, I used to always play football and play rounders. And I was told I had really good eye coordination, which is why I'm really so good at rounders and football and catching whatever, like stuff like that. And when I was like 4 years old, I joined a local football team called Fountain. We won a few trophies. It's a good experience to play some good football in the league.
I'm a big believer that as a child you should try loads of different sports for variety. Basically, used to do a lot of running. Tom used to bike up the river with me along the path there to Brayton. Somebody mentioned Abergavenny RC. There's no cycling club in Herefordshire. Took him down there just to see what he thought about it in a group environment.
Later that same year, I was told to attend a cycling club. It was called Abergavenny RC. When I first went there, I borrowed a small 26-inch mountain bike. It was called a Boardman. It was an alright for my first bike, let's just say that. Throughout that year, I attended quite a few sessions at the Abergavenny club, and they grew me as a rider and stuff like that. Eventually I got my second bike. It was called a Scott. It was much smoother. It was way easier to ride as well. I just can tell the difference and stuff like that. But when I was 5 years old, I entered my first bike race, and I was victorious. Not bragging or anything. It was in Bath, and the course was held right next to a BMX Olympic track, which was quite cool. As I went on after and had a few goes around, I thought I was insane and wanted to join a BMX club. But after that, as a rider, I was going through some, as a rider, if you know what I mean, I had a few injuries which set me back a bit as a rider, because I thought, oh, it's not going to hurt that much. But once it did, it happened, and it did hurt a lot. Let's just say that. I did break a few bones along the way as well. And recently, well, not recently, but probably like 2 or 3 years ago, I'd say now, I did my ACL, which was quite bad. I was out for quite a long time, so that set me back a bit as a rider, which startled me a bit and stuff like that. But after a while of riding my bike, I started to enter in bigger competitions that led to harder courses, and at some races, it was some points in the race, it was quite bad weather, which I had to adapt along the course, such as like heavy mud or snow and more stuff like that. Which was more interesting through the race, obviously, and that. When I got older, I was more involved within the sport, because I got into it more with friends and stuff like that, and I've become better as a rider, which made me want to do it more in a way.
Well, I met Tom back in high school, year 9. He was short, and I knew he was my friend straight as soon as I saw him. Beautiful man.
From not, if I didn't go to that Abergavenny RC club, I wouldn't have been brought on. I probably would have been dragged into the sport, but not. I wouldn't be at the stage I would be now, from the help from Abergavenny RC. So I got to thank them for giving me the opportunity to be where I am today. Also, throughout the years, I've been experienced for all the different types of cycling, which gripped. The type of cycling which gripped me was the mountain bike and cyclocross, but the others I did was road, track, and obviously mountain biking and cyclocross. For the road and track, I tried it out for a bit, but wasn't really I was interested in. It was still biking, so I was still interested in, but I wasn't as like mountain bike and cyclocross. It's more thrilling and stuff like that. So I was a bit more like involved and interested in stuff like that. After that, I became more engrossed into the sport. I went to Belgium, which I was picked for, and stuff like that. But before that event, I also went to Belgium to visit the World Cyclocross Championships, which was a great experience because I saw all the top end riders, which helped and made me want to do it in the upcoming years of my cycling journey. But yeah, luckily, as I just said like a minute ago, I was picked to ride in Belgium for the Welsh cycling team, which was unreal. I was gobsmacked when I heard about it. But yeah, in Belgium, the courses were so different compared to the ones in the UK. The terrain, everything. When I went to that Belgium to visit, I saw quite a few top end riders, and even one of them put their gold medal around my neck, which was quite cool. She was called Evie Richards. I've got a photo, so I'll pull that up. As well, when I was 15, 16, I was got more into the sport, obviously, because of riding in Belgium.
Due to COVID, Tom's in the junior category. Due to COVID, Tom hasn't ridden for a complete year. It's really important as a first year junior to get the race in against that sort of age category. Second year junior that Tom is in now is even more important because you need to generate the points to then be placed whether you go into sport category, expert or as an elite. So the stage we're in now is the most important, the key stage for Tom. Races start very, very shortly. Good luck to him.
And now in the present day, I'm just riding a bit more, and obviously this lockdown's affected everything, and yeah, races are coming up soon, and just can't wait for them to get into the swing of everything again. I've had a few problems in some key races, like for example, my brakes stopped working, so I had to like dismantle them and like have no brakes for the entire race, which was a really bad problem for the race because the course was all over the place because it was so fast. You needed brakes for literally nearly every section of the course. So that was a big overcoming of the race, which was extremely hard for me because I couldn't really do anything. I wasn't in control, which I had before with the brakes. Yeah, I've had many opportunities that I won't go listening on because there's so much. I'll be here for hours. But yeah, anyway, this is my story. I'm glad I've experienced all of the things I have to this present day, and yeah, thank you for watching.